Hey everyone, Amanda here. Okay, so this video, the topic I am going to be discussing is difficult for me. So please bear with me. This is something that I have personal experience with, and it's a very scary thing. And right now I'm just trying to do the best I can to keep myself together. So for the past 6 months or so, my son has been saying things about suicide, about himself, obviously, that he wants to kill himself, nobody loves him, nobody understands him, and stuff like that. And we've been, discussing it and keeping an eye on his moods, his behavior, things like that. And it was over, I believe, the last school vacation. Is it April vacation? I think it was. And, he had an episode, a minor one. It was mostly just talking, but angry and that kind of thing. And he had mentioned the suicide again. And I asked him if he had a plan and would he carry it out. And he did have a couple plans and he had plans on how to carry them out. Whether he would actually do it, I don't know. You never know about these kinds of things. However, I always take suicide seriously. I don't care if the person's joking. I think that if people talk about suicide, that they want to kill themselves, I mean, when they're when they're saying it constantly and stuff, I think at that point you gotta think, okay, is there something going on with this person that they keep repeating these things and having this kind of behavior and stuff like that. So I think it's important to really pay attention to it and always take it seriously. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I got a call today, and I just found out about it through this call. And I got a call from an officer downtown, and he was calling because of concern, wanting to let me know about a situation that happened with Casey yesterday. And what happened is that he was over playing... Oh, sorry, that was my cat. He just jumped down. He's old, so I gotta watch him. He was down playing with kids, his friends and whatnot, and there's one house where he's allowed to jump on the trampoline. Even if they're not home, he can go down and jump on the trampoline. Well, yesterday, he was down there, and he was on the trampoline, and he's tall for his age. He's really, really tall, so he kind of towers over everybody, and sometimes he doesn't realize his own strength and stuff like that. And they were jumping, and I guess the kids were kind of getting bounced a little too much. So the mom said, because they were leaving to go do soccer or something like that, I'm not sure. And she asked if he could go home, come back another day. And because of the autism and the narrow view, and being told by the dad that he can jump on it anytime he wanted to, and then the mom asking him to leave and then come back, and he tried to get on the trampoline, and I mean, I wasn't there, but there was some sort of confrontation or disagreement or whatever you want to call it. And then he started, because he couldn't figure out the two, cognitive dissonance, it came out in his behavior. So he ended up kicking the sprinkler and then shouting colorful profanities. And then at the end, he threatened suicide. And I am grateful to the parent that went down to the police station and voiced their concerns, because they wanted the officer to reach out to me so I knew what was going on, so I could do something about it. And I'm so grateful to get that phone call, and I'm so grateful that that person cared enough. You know, they could have easily just said, it's not my business, kind of a thing. So I'm very grateful to whoever this person is, because this is very serious. So I'm sorry. So I called his clinician at school and talked about it, and we are in agreement that he needs an evaluation, that, you know, it's at a point where I think some intervention is needed somehow. And like I said, he's not a talker, but when he does say things, he has mentioned he hears voices, he sees things, you know, things of that nature. And with my history of bipolar and having psychotic symptoms, I worry that maybe he's starting to go down that route, or, you know, something else is going on. And this is really serious, you know. And so the clinician is going to make some phone calls and see what we can do to see if there's any way that we can do this in a very peaceful, non-aggressive, you know, manner, where he's not surrounded by, you know, cops and ambulances and people like, we want to help you, you know, kind of a thing. And because of his history and all that stuff, and the fact that he has a plan, would carry it out, knows how to carry it out, in the recent episode of yesterday, I think he qualifies to be evaluated on some level. So he's trying to help me out with that, and he's going to update me, and, you know, and try to figure out what we can do to help him, and get him the help that he needs. So this is very hard for me. I have been here myself, and I know what it's like to feel suicidal. I know many of you do too. And it's nothing to be ashamed about. It's scary. It is scary. It's sad, you know, but I love him, and I'm going to be here for him, and I'm going to do whatever I can to help him and support him and get him through this, because he needs me now more than ever. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I am doing. Just doing the best that I can, one step at a time. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Please take care of yourselves and one another. Peace and love, guys.